There's a theory going around that Ariana Grande is much healthier now, and her mental health has even improved after separating herself from Wicked and Cynthia Erivo. One article even claims that these two were in competition with each other, and that is why the Oscars voters didn't nominate the movie. Ariana Grande is quickly moving on though, and even dropping hints that she wants to get married to Ethan Slater this year. So let's get into it. This is a crazy headline. Ariana Grande allegedly developed an eating disorder, an ED, not an erectile, you know what, but they claim because of her Wicked co-star, Cynthia Erivo, blaming Cynthia for this. Ariana and Cynthia became fast friends after they starred in the movie Wicked. However, following their back-to-back movie promotions and interview appearances, fans have become skeptical about their bond. Now, a lot of people feel like their relationship is, obviously, it's exaggerated. Maybe it's all fake. Some people believe that the Wicked co-stars are just faking their closeness to portray the role of best friends, probably to sell themselves to the award shows. There are countless blind items circulating on social media with users convinced that they reference Ariana and Cynthia. There are allegations that Cynthia, this makes me disgusted because God, I hope that this is not true. That like Cynthia could have caused Ariana's ED. That just doesn't even seem real to me. It's called a like competitive eating disorder, and supposedly that had occurred while filming the movie. There's also the that other actress. I can't remember her name right now, but the Madam, the WW, the Madam Morph, the yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Celebrity Blind Items was reporting recently on Blind Items that had suggested that this relationship occurred between these two women.
Ariana Grande allegedly blames Cynthia Erivo for her ED. It's been alleged that the two are no longer on speaking terms and also may have allegedly had a competitive ED as they both looked unhealthy while filming the movie and doing press. But Ariana allegedly claims to be doing better now, and she did look a little healthier at the Golden Globes last week, which is great because I think we all want to see her doing better. And the blind item reads, this A-list actress/singer is suddenly pointing the finger at her foreign-born co-star, blaming her for her disorder and claiming everything is improving now. And again, this allegedly Ariana Grande blaming Cynthia Erivo for her ED.
I love how some people said that they have like a fake friendship, to some people saying that they have a romantic relationship, even though Cynthia's in a committed relationship. Now they have like a an eating like disorder competition relationship. They do have matching tattoos to celebrate Wicked. One person says, I would dispute that they have a fake relationship. I saw firsthand the closeness and the connection between them. It's undeniable. And how could they not become so close, navigating the level of scrutiny and pressure that comes with being in one of Hollywood's biggest movie franchises? There were a lot of people celebrating Ariana Grande's new hairstyle and her appearance at the Golden Globes, even though that was another award show that completely snubbed her. But people were celebrating Ariana Grande's return, writing, "Oh, Ariana Grande, we are so back." And she's got the high ponytail as well.
Have you guys seen the new Ariana? She's looking healthy. Not 100% healthy, but she's looking healthier. She's looking like she's got some blood in her body. She's got some color. She's starting to look a little bit like herself again. Now, this is the Ariana we were dealing with during Wicked. Yeah, she's looking malnutrition. She was looking like the life was sucked out of her. I talked about this back when the first Wicked came out, that she was not looking healthy. I got a lot of hate for it, a lot of hate. But by the time the second Wicked came out, everybody was on the same page as me a year later. Y'all are always so slow. But we can tell the difference now. Yes, she's still very, very thin. Okay, and you can say she's always been a thin girl. She's never been thin to the point where you could see her bone structure in this way until Wicked. I have a theory, obviously, with Cynthia and with Ariana and with Wicked, and I talked about that when the first Wicked came out. I went on a rant about the soul sucking and the spirit swapping and everything that goes on. You guys should already know by this point. Everybody's talking about it, but I feel like these are two different Arianas.
Speaking of award shows, actually, Wicked didn't get any nominations at the Oscars, and a lot of people were surprised because Ariana Grande was, everyone thought that she would get at least a nomination. She's been getting nominations everywhere, but I guess the movie did not impress the critics. Somebody said that's messed up, extremely weird, and unfair. From a nomination last year to nothing this time, award season is brutal. That's crazy. I feel like she deserved a nomination for the second film more than the first film. One person wrote, comment below if you feel the same way.
Ariana Grande was not nominated for Best Supporting Actress at the Oscars. The live announcement nomination ceremony is going on right now. Actress in a supporting role was the first category they announced, and Ariana was nowhere to be seen. I think a lot of people, me included, are shocked by this because she's been nominated in every precursor, but I do think this nominations list is great. These 5 performances were stellar. I feel like it was really coming down to whether or not they would decide to nominate 2 actresses in sentimental value in this category, but I do think this is truly between Amy Madigan and Teyana Taylor. I will say I'm so glad Sinners got a nomination. I literally paused the ceremony to make this video, so I think Sinners will score a lot of nominations, and I'll make an update video with all of the big nominations, but I wanted to talk about this one because it just shocked me from the start. If Ariana Grande did score this nomination, she'd become the 2nd actress in history to be nominated for the same role twice. But as of right now, Cate Blanchett is the only actress that has done it with her portrayal of Queen Elizabeth. I'm genuinely shocked by this though.
Some people are suggesting that the promo for the film completely turned people off. Remember how the film came out, there was promo for it, and then there was like this wave of people who did not like Ariana and Cynthia together, and honestly, they've not been seen together since then. The movie wasn't that great, one person said. The two have amazing on-screen chemistry, but they spent most of the movie apart. I was also completely turned off by their promotional performances. They creeped out a lot of people, and in their rush to feel authentic, it came off as cosplaying. This report says that Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo's Wicked Press tour was a masterclass on how to go viral for all the wrong reasons. And they had this message that they delivered of odd codependency, like they needed each other there. And it was a sweet gesture that Ariana Grande dropped out of doing interviews when Cynthia didn't feel well, but it kind of furthered that codependency. And I guess all of this made an impression on the Oscars voters. There was this one incident where Ariana Grande was on a panel with Mark Platt, and it looks like he grabbed Ariana Grande's arm and shook it. You may remember this clip. Take a look.
Can you believe that? That'd be so great. That joy he wanted to infuse in every frame, so that when you experience the film with all the tears and everything else, you feel the joy in every scene. So I wanted to say that on this. And yet, fortunately,
you guys remember that moment, right? And that's just one of many. I mean, there was that moment when Ariana Grande was saved by Cynthia when that guy hopped the barricade. Which I don't think was over-exaggerated at all. I actually think Cynthia was a real one for stepping in there. But then after that incident, people were really paying attention to Cynthia's protective behavior of Ariana Grande, and it got weird. But the last thing I want to say about Ariana Grande's recent appearance and before we get into Ethan Slater is that I like that she stands up for herself. In the past interviews, she said that it's problematic for people to make these comments and to voice these concerns.
The body that you've been comparing my current body to was the unhealthiest version of my body. I was on a lot of antidepressants and drinking on them and eating poorly, and at the lowest point of my life when I looked the way you consider my healthy.
And even though I do believe a lot of them are just coming from a good place, it must bother Ariana.
Ariana Grande's secret ED account was allegedly discovered and deleted within 20 minutes. Some say Ariana Grande has had an ED for over 10 years now. She had a secret pro-Anna account, and once it was discovered, her team quickly got on it and deleted it within 20 minutes. Crisis PR teams move at lightning speed when secrets leak. The team for this A-list actress/singer supposedly took about 20 minutes to delete her secret ED account once people discovered it. And the related Reddit headline reads, Ariana Grande's ED has gone on for over a decade. Ariana has been deep in her ED for more than a decade. It's terrifying. Some fans are just now waking up and noticing how visibly underweight she looks, but it's obvious Ariana has struggled with an ED for the majority of her life. All her old fans remember her absolutely pro-Anna Tumblr body checks, her Snapchat food pics where she called a bowl of peas dinner, and Donutgate with her speech, people eating trash, donuts killing us, sugar is poison, blah, blah, blah.
And she's going to continue calling out people on it. She just did an interview where she responded to people who hate her eyebrows. We all know Ariana Grande has switched up her skin color, her looks, her accent has changed. And you know what? I'm not here to act like I'm the person who can judge that. Do what you want to do. People do judge it though. But one thing that people do get hung up on are her eyebrows because of how, what would the word be? Linear? Not vertical, but like straight. Just how, linear they are because she has morphed them into this way and she acknowledges it in this clip.
These are my bushy eyebrows. Look, I was figuring out here. This was like right in between when they were archy and then I started to straighten them right around this era actually, because I like them that way. I know you don't, but I love them. I'm so sorry. I hope that's okay.
Somebody asked a great question. I just want to know, how is it possible to get entirely new eyebrows? Which I just feel like you just, I guess, change the shape, maybe a little bit of Botox. It's not the shape, but mainly the color, one person said. The pale shade washes her out. Which you guys know, the bleached eyebrows trend has been in for a minute. I did see like Mia Goth has, was it Mia Goth or was it, no, it's the Jenna Ortega. One of those two. They have like an eyebrow situation going on recently that I saw. If I can find a picture, I will include it up on here, but it's an interesting look. Somebody said, I know you don't like it, but I do. Cool. But she said the same thing about her weird race swapping and attempted black scent, didn't she?
You know how people say like, oh, she thirsty, you know what I mean? I think it's so funny if you be like, nah, bitch, I'm quenched.
I remember performing Popular for Tiffany from Chelsea, and she had a mask on because it was still kind of, it was during like a little wave of, it was like, there was a wave of COVID.
You know, I love my MAC lipstick. This is the MAC I'm here to talk about today, girl. Come on.
I didn't understand the first sentence, and then I definitely didn't understand what was happening, how you responded. I was like, oh, what did she say? What did you hear?
I'm like, bitch, that's my cookie. That's my juice, okay? Carry on. Thank you, next. That's what this baby picture said.
You know, I've been a specimen in a petri dish really since I was 16 or 17, you know, so I have heard it all.
Kiyomi, get your ass in here. Come on, girl.
And I could see in her eyes that she was giggling, and it was just the best thing.
Somebody ended up clapping back. I love a good clap back. Imagine hating someone so much and they don't even know you exist. Wait, what is this meme? This is spooky. Oh God, get me out of here. Now let's switch gears and talk about Ethan Slater. Again, sorry to Cynthia and Ariana for their Oscar loss. I don't know how their friendship is nowadays. If that one article has any truth to it, that there was like this like eating like competition, then that is really bizarre and spooky, but also kind of like fits in with what we've heard about Hollywood historically. And you know what? It seems like the body positivity era is just over. Honestly, it came and went so quickly. But yeah, the movie Wicked for Good won't be featured at the Oscars, and that anonymous voter blames the promo campaign. A lot of us thought that maybe it would secure them the Oscar because they were doing so much, I mean, too much, but it seems like those Oscar voters are kind of like us and they were overwhelmed. They could have at least given her a Golden Globe. Ariana Grande was at the Golden Globes, but Ethan Slater wasn't there. You know, every Hollywood star, they have their gay best friend, and Ariana has hers. Her longtime friend, Doug, joined her on the carpet. I guess it's becoming normal for Ariana Grande and Ethan to skip out on these public events because he didn't attend the Critics' Choice Awards either. So the last sign we saw of Ethan and Ariana Grande together was over the holidays because Ethan was actually active on social media, posting on his stories, and you could see Ariana Grande was featured.
Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater are still together because they spent the holidays together. And posted on his story the day after Christmas. Ariana with the dog. Boomerangs of Ariana with this dog. There it is, Ethan Slater on his Instagram story. Happily ever after Merry Christmas holidays. What do we think Ethan thinks about the SpongeBob dance going viral?
Which is a good sign. They spent the holidays together, especially because in like November, there was some rumors going around that they had broken up. They had to put out a statement, or their rep did rather, stating they were together. But the holidays weren't all peaceful because there was some criticism online because these old photos of Ethan Slater's ex-wife spending Christmas with their son resurfaced. Remember, reports in November said that Ethan was working overtime to save this relationship. He's attentive, available, and trying hard to prove himself. What we've noticed though is that Lily J is out here raising their son, Ethan's son, alone because he's so available for Ariana Grande. People can't get past the fact that he fought for Ariana Grande but didn't fight for his family at all. And you got to understand the pressure that Ethan is under, because if this relationship were to fail, I mean, it's not like he is just losing Ariana Grande, but he's also lost his family. So for what? So he's trying really hard to keep it together. For Ariana Grande, there's just not that much at risk. If she were to dump him and move on, we would be, Ethan Slater would be a thing of the past, like a Pete Davidson.
So one person I actually really am a fan of is Ariana Grande. I think she has an amazing voice, can act really well, has a great personality around her fans, and is also just a very beautiful person. That being said, she's absolutely batshit crazy when it comes to relationships, and now she just split from Ethan Slater. I explained this, Ariana Grande has been accused of being a serial cheater since she was a teenager on Victorious. Then came from Ricky Valentina, who said that she was dating an extra on Victorious at the time, and Ariana Grande was texting him often, even though she was well aware that he had a girlfriend. There's also the late Naya Rivera, who said she walked in on her fiance Big Sean with Ariana Grande on the couch, where they were definitely not wearing a lot of clothing. Those were just 2 of about 7 cheating accusations Ariana Grande has, but then people thought in the early 2020s she moved on from that because she got married to Dalton Gomez, who's a real estate developer. He's not in Hollywood, it's gonna work. But nope, that didn't work either. She cheated on him with Ethan Slater, who's known for playing SpongeBob on Broadway and was also married with a kid. The 2 were engaged until recently, but they just called off the wedding with claims being that Ariana's toxic.
Right now, Ariana Grande is busy. She's got her Eternal Sunshine tour coming up. She just finished filming Fokker-in-Law with Ben Stiller. Ethan's keeping himself busy as well. He's going to be in an off-Broadway production, Marcel on the Train. Not as big as Ariana Grande's gigs. There is a report that was published on Radar Online, and the source claims that they are very much together, and Ariana is telling everyone that she's ready to take it to the next step with Ethan. She's been dropping hints that it's time for him to put a ring on her finger. I mean, she was married to Dalton Gomez. It kind of felt like a fake marriage, and their relationship unfolded during COVID and quarantine, so she didn't get the big wedding that she wanted. I could totally see Miley Cyrus just got engaged. She's gonna have a wedding. Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez, all of these big stars are having their big weddings. Demi Lovato, shout out to Demi Lovato. So she's probably kind of like, damn, it's my turn. So whether they're up and down, hot and cold, she probably just wants that as the next step in life. I mean, I don't really see Ariana Grande in her mid 30s, still out here on the streets, jumping from Big Sean to Pete Davidson. I feel like she's kind of cleaned up her act, which I'm a fan of. If she wants to settle down with SpongeBob, good for her. And Ariana is still very much pro marriage, the source confirms. I mean, she did have a really nice and simple divorce from Dalton. And it looks like Ethan is just all in, as he's very doting. So everyone's expecting that he will propose soon. They don't really put their relationship out in public much because they get a lot of hate, and that's just very hard to take. One source claims that they might actually just elope and not have anything except a honeymoon to celebrate, since she usually gets what she wants. Odds are there'll be a diamond under the tree. Oh, this past Christmas. Well, we haven't seen any signs of that. Looks like she also wants to have a baby at some point. Wow, I cannot imagine Ariana Grande as a mom, but that would also be slay, good for her. If Kylie Jenner's out here doing it, Ariana Grande can definitely do it. Also, I think Kylie Jenner seems like a really great mom. I'm not even trying to be shady there. Kylie seems can you imagine if Kylie Jenner was your mom? Can I reincarnate as one of those children? In Wicked for Good, Ethan Slater played the Tin Man, and there were some cute behind-the-scenes footage that was released of Ariana Grande and Ethan together, all up in costume.
It's unbelievable. It's really crazy. You're the Tin Man. Look at Ethan. Look how amazing you are.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Ethan.
Oh, you're not mad?
No, not
Ethan
not
plays
yet.
thick. Nice to meet
Nice to meet you too.
I feel really grateful for the design, which just I feel like did so much of the work for me.
Ethan Slater did a podcast recently, and he spoke about his son and how he's just not speaking about his son because he wants to protect his privacy. I mean, his wife, Lily J, she's a psychologist, I believe, so she's low-key. I don't think she needs her son out here, Ariana Grande's stepson, getting publicity. In this podcast, he also talked about sharing his Jewish identity with his son. He's going to mention this in the clip, so go ahead and take a look.
I try not to tell stories about my son because I want to let him meet the world and let the world meet him on his own terms. Mm-hmm. So I don't tell stories or anecdotes. Having that moment of lighting candles with him and talking about what it means to be Jewish has been a really interesting experience. And so I'm grateful for that in a sea of not being grateful for a lot of other things. I've been finding some hope in that.
Don't expect Ariana Grande to come out with new music anytime soon. I would love to know what her album like contract looked like because most of the times like artists are signed to several albums. So I wonder if she has any that she has to technically do. I feel like she got out of those because of the Wicked contract. It interfered with it and the music she had to make there. So she did say recently that she would need an extra brain to drop new music. I think it's because she's trying so hard to make it as an actress, especially after being snubbed by all of these awards, that she probably wants to put all of her energy there. And you have to understand, she's been doing this music for a long time, so maybe it's just gotten old to her.
People might assume, oh, Ariana Grande is a great pop singer, therefore she can easily step into singing the way that Glinda sings, when in fact,
so different. It's just a very different style of singing. So I have a musical theater background. I sang, I trained when I was a young girl. You know, I have training. I've sang classically in my life, but never like this. And there was a large period of my life where I was singing pop and using mostly my mix and my belty range or whistle notes. And, you know, whistle notes are not the same as operatic soprano, coloratura, you know, that sort of warm classical sound. And the vibrato is completely different. And also the tone is completely different. And I had to do a lot of extensive vocal training. I started 3 months before even my first audition because I wanted to make sure it sounded legitimate by the time I got there. And it's so interesting because you can hear the quality of my tone change over the course of my voice notes that I have.
One thing I'm looking forward to in Ariana Grande's acting career is that she can sing so well. So any of the acting roles that she gets, she can like do a great song with it. She can sing as part of it. So there's really so much for her to look forward to. I wonder if Ethan Slater is going to be part of it. I mean, she does. I feel like it gives her kind of like some credibility, like being with like this Broadway actor. But I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. And what do you think of Cynthia and Ariana Grande's friendship and relationship? Do you think there could have been like some competition to it? I mean, they made it seem like it was all love, but at the end of the day, they do want to be like bigger stars, right? They're doing their job. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you in a new one soon. Bye, guys.